Hi, I'm Bianca D'Amico, and you are listening to the Bluhdhaven podcast on the Bluhdhaven Podcast Network. You can catch the podcast live every Tuesday at bluhdhaven.com. Be sure to subscribe to us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Amazon Music.
Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to the Bluhdhaven Podcast, episode number 102. As always, I'm your host, Balfour. Today I'm joined with
Bianca.
Buddy.
So thank you guys for coming in and tuning in to this week's episode of the podcast. We did not have a podcast last week because I was super fucking hungover. It was my birthday week last week?
Yeah.
This past week?
I just kept going.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. So we had a party on Saturday night, then had dinner on Sunday, was still hungover on Monday, still hungover on Tuesday, because I drank on Monday night.
Your stomach was hurting that Tuesday.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone got like a bug. It was weird.
Yeah. Everyone had a stomach issue.
Yeah. Like even my Theo Jonathan, who didn't come to the party, like there was something that was going around last week.
It had to have been, yeah.
And then even the girls too.
Yeah, Chris had it. Brandy had it for like a day. It was weird. It was just something going around.
I just thought it was rock gut, in all honesty.
No, it was fun. It was a good week.
Our poor drinking habits.
Yeah, and then on my actual birthday, we made dinner, which is why you see the nice cloth on the table. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. So sorry about not having an episode last week, but also not sorry because it was fun. It was a fun party.
Yeah.
If you missed it, you missed out. But with that being said, we're going to jump into the podcast. Little gaming news. Did you see that fucking the Tomb Raider IP was sold by Square Enix as well as Deus Ex?
What?
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 major game studios
Damn.
were sold. I don't know who to, but
It's either going to be probably like Microsoft or some shit.
I don't know. But
Square Enix
crazy.
though, god damn, man.
It's okay. All they need is Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts, and they'll be golden.
You're not fucking wrong though, especially with Final Fantasy 14.
Have you ever played a Final Fantasy game?
Yeah, the one that came out last, and you took like a
You're right.
week off or something.
Yeah, I took a week off that way we could play Final Fantasy VII Remake.
That's fucking.
I want to be able to play the Yuffie because they had a free expansion to it, but only for people who have it on PS5. So I'm like super bitter about it.
Oh,
Bullshit.
should have bought one from Matt.
Just another side note.
I know he had like 7 fucking codes to buy a PS5. I'm so annoyed at him.
I'm just gonna
Love
add
you, man.
this. I'm gonna add this really quick because I know I've mentioned it on the stream. I mentioned it here. I'm sucking my girlfriend's dick for all of a fucking eternity because she was so. I'm so fucking grateful she got me a fucking Quest 2. I was like, fuck yeah! So now I have that. I'm playing it in my room right now, and it's great. I know what I'm gonna have to do though is get the prescription lenses.
Oh, that way you can actually play it.
Because the frames are too wide, even with the glasses spacers. They're too wide, so it just.
Oh, that sucks.
So I'm gonna have to. Like,
You want to bring it over? Well, I can use it until you
You're fucking funny.
No, that's really cool though. What games do you have for it?
Right now, I'm only doing like some of the free stuff, so I've been doing a lot of VR chat. I'm a degenerate, I know. One only game I have right now is H3 VR, which is Hot Dog, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades. It's just basically a gun simulator. It's me.
I know what game we're talking about.
It's great. I like it. I think eventually what I'm going to try to do for next time is either get Boneworks or Half-Life Alyx.
Oh.
Half-Life Alyx, I've seen Kayla and I've seen a friend of mine, Val, play it. It's fucking great.
Why don't you connect it to your PC and play Faz?
Okay, that was another one. I play Faz with a whole crew and all that. I got nauseous real quick.
Really?
I got nauseous real quick with a whole crew and everything. I don't know if it was just me.
Honestly, it might just because of your lens, the lens issue is probably why you got sick.
Yeah.
So this is VR,
Yeah.
right?
It's VR.
I want to play that. I want to play that ghost game you all play. I
Phasmophobia?
want to try it, yeah.
I screamed like, it's scary as fuck when
It
you're by
is.
yourself.
Really?
Oh
Yeah,
my
when you're by
God.
yourself. Well, I mean, like, you're weird. You don't get scared with anything when it comes to, like, scary games.
I don't believe in ghosts.
You get a bunch of weird shit happen to us all the time.
I mean, I'm sure I would jump. Like, jump scares still make me jump, but...
Yeah, but normally, like, because I remember you playing the Five Nights at Freddy's VR at George's house. You remember that?
Yeah.
And like when you did it, like it just popped up, and you're like,
Well, like you can feel it. You can feel like when it's about to happen. Like you just know, you know.
Yeah.
It's that.
Yeah, I can see that. This one, yeah, it really fucks with you. The last time I played, they updated the fucking HQ so much.
Did they?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they just came out with a brand new. I think like maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They had a specific to VR update to the game. So I mean, the last time I played it was kind of janky.
Yeah.
And I played because I played it for Extra Life. Never doing that again.
But it was fun. They added a lot of weird shit. Like, there's like this little shadowy figure up on the rafters that follows you if you look at it.
Yep, I saw that. I remember that.
Creepy.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's unsettling.
They have cornhole, and they have like another like ring toss game in there too you can mess with.
Oh, that's cool.
Is
So
it
there's
this
like more
game?
physical.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then there's a door near the near cornhole. Look into it. I'm not gonna tell you what happens. Just look inside of it.
Yeah, look inside of it. I did it on stream. Regret. No, that's cool. I know Marcus, because Marcus also has a Quest.
I know they
And,
with the Resident Evil 4 game.
dude,
too.
that Resident Evil game is so much
God,
fun.
I want to play it so badly.
I want there to be more ports like that, where it's like, I would fucking kill for a VR Legend of Zelda. That would be fucking awesome.
Oh,
Like, can you
yeah.
imagine like grabbing like the hook shot or like even the slingshot and like having the
Oh,
for
yeah.
the scare for the what are they called? They're not called scarabs. They're called skull.
Oh, the skull spider things.
Yeah, what are they called? Skull.
I'll look them right now.
Skull something.
I'll look into it.
But yeah, they're like little collectible things. There's like a little golden skull on the back of a spider. It's like
That's cute.
Skullcellas. Skullcellas? I think it's called Skullcella. I think so.
Skullchilla.
Ah,
Yeah,
Skullchilla.
Skullchilla,
Yeah.
yeah.
Skullchilla.
That's funny.
Yeah, they're cool looking.
Yeah,
Cute
they're a
little
trip.
spiders.
But yeah, I would kill for Nintendo. Get on it. VR Legend of Zelda.
I just wish Resident Evil 4 VR was on Steam. It's my only gripe.
Is it only on the Quest store?
It's only in the Quest store, yeah.
That's kind of dumb.
I also want to try out Squadrons on VR.
Dude, I would love for that. So Squadrons is a Star Wars piloting game.
Cool.
It looks
It
dope.
was fun to play just by on the just by
They don't have
itself.
support for the game anymore. That sucks. Like they have the servers and everything,
Yeah.
but they're done with updates.
Oh, yeah.
Which is kind of a bummer. I actually had a dream the other night of like I know it's never gonna happen because of just how bad Battlefront was.
Oh, yeah.
But like I would kill for a Battlefront 2 remaster. Because that would be a lot of
Oh,
fun.
yeah. If you know how, if you're, I'm having a stroke. There is a specific third party server manager where they still have like Battlefield 2 servers.
Oh really?
Battlefront 2 servers, yeah.
Oh man, I'd kill for that.
Some of them are fun.
Battlefront is a Star Wars.
Another Star Wars.
Yeah. I'm making you watch all the Star Wars. We're talking about that. So we watched episodes 1 through 5. What is
Okay.
What is your favorite one thus far?
None.
Wow.
I'm not a fan of Star Wars. Although I will say, I don't know, the first 3 really made me laugh. Anna, can you break it my heart? Like, shut up.
It's so
And
bad.
then she dies of a fucking broken heart. Like
That makes me so
please.
angry. I was telling B like that entire sequence at the end with the droid. If the droid just said like her lungs are damaged because of what fucking Anakin did,
Yeah.
that would have
it
made it 10 times better.
Yeah.
But the fact that the android goes, she's in perfect health, we don't understand. It's fucking
They were-
stupid.
It was so corny.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
so
my
bad.
God.
Wasn't the senator there watching as well, or no?
No,
it was not.
no. Because at that point,
yeah.
they know that Palpatine is.
Yeah. There was a theory.
Also, I want to point out in the first one, and I'm sure it was because I was young at the time. In the very first episode, they straight out say Palpatine when they're talking, when the Valsoroys are talking to Sidious. They call him Palpatine in like the first 15 minutes of the movie.
You might be right. I have to look at that real quick.
And like I was like, what the fuck? Like it never dawned on me that they say because they say
In which one?
in episode 1. You know the Valsoroy, the 2
the
alien dudes.
the ones that sound like they're
Yeah.
I don't want to say because just in
think.
case.
Which one?
In the very first episode.
Big beady eyes. They have like little crowns. They sound like Japanese businessmen.
Oh, those, yeah.
Wow, I hate that that's what you...
I didn't want to
Hey.
say
No,
it.
I know, you were fine. I just hate that that's what triggered her.
Well, because I thought when I was watching it.
But yeah, in the first episode, they say, thank you, Lord Palpatine.
They do?
Yeah.
No.
And then later on, they call him Sidious. And I'm like, that's
so they let
wild.
you know up
Yeah,
front.
like immediately. I didn't even like, it didn't click.
Honestly,
when I was
didn't
younger.
know this.
Yeah. Well, because now that we're like rewatching it, I'm picking up on little smaller details. I'm like, okay, all right, I see you.
I will say though, I think it's kind of funny because when we started watching, 4 and 5, you mentioned that Lucas went back to like add
God,
things
yeah.
that weren't actually there.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
can tell too. And I'm
Yeah.
like, huh.
You can easily tell because like, and I think this is one of my problems with just CG in general, is like it's the uncanny valley type of thing where you can fucking see when something is not real.
Yeah, like for example, the little stop motion ice creature the guy was riding, like that's obviously like stop motion shit, right?
Yeah.
And then you see like just the CGI crap, and I'm like,
And it's very like creepily smooth, like kind of like when someone makes pottery and
Yeah.
before the pottery dries, that's what CG looks like.
it's just too smooth. It's unreal.
Yeah, it's creepy looking. Yeah, so like episode, fuck you, George Lucas.
Episode, fuck you.
Well,
George.
what I don't understand is I'm gonna put that as the title for this episode. What I don't understand is like 4 through 6 were just good films.
They were.
Like I think they're good films. I know you don't like Star Wars, but
I mean, it's still fun to watch.
like I don't understand the unnecessary additions that he did, because in a statement he was like, "This is what I originally wanted to do," or some bullshit like that, which I don't believe.
I'm really also bothered because apparently R2D2 is the only one who has memory of like literally.
Oh my God! Can we talk about that for a second? Can we talk about?
So-
Can we fucking talk about all of the discrepancies that they say in 4, and then they fucking fuck up in 1 through 3?
Yeah, it's so funny. It really is, and I'm like, well, this doesn't make sense because in the
Because-
last movie we just watched, apparently it was a very known fact, and now all of a sudden
Right?
it's a secret. I don't know.
What doesn't make sense in 3 is at the very end of 3, they look at C-3PO and they're just like, "Hey, wipe the protocol droid's memory away," but just C-3PO's. So R2D2 knows everybody in the fucking universe, but doesn't say shit.
And then nobody recognizes R2D.
Yeah,
Unless
no-
they're really sticking true to the everybody hates droid things and just ignore them completely.
Yeah.
And have
I
like.
feel like, is there, so buddy, you like Star Wars.
Yeah.
I don't ever recall there ever being like a time where they just hate on droids. Like I know there's like that one scene in 4 where they're like, "Hey, no droids allowed in here."
Yeah.
But like in the entire universe, droids are very useful and people like droids. In the movies, they don't give a fuck about droids, and it's wild.
I could be many different fucking reasons as to why, but they never really explain it.
Speciesism.
It's xenophobia. You could argue the what is it, the War with the Republic could be somewhat of a thing with it, depending on if it was like heavily like CIS occupied.
Sure, I mean,
You
yeah,
could argue
you could
that,
argue
but-
that, but then like protocol droids and art like the what are they called?
Astromechs.
Astromechs, like they're useful all throughout. Like
Yeah.
I don't really see the correlation between
Yeah.
the Republic's.
That's
war
the only
versus-
thing I can think of as like you could argue that and everything else, but I mean they still put like restrictors on fucking droids, so why does that matter if they hate them or not?
That's true. Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird.
I don't know, it's weird. And then like the whole thing with like Obi-Wan saying like Yoda was his master, and then Qui-Gon is actually his master. Like that whole discrepancy.
Yeah, that was weird. I
Yeah.
was like, hold on.
Yeah, like
It's
this
not
isn't right.
Yeah, it's not right at all.
And like that's why I hate George Lucas. I love the fact that he created this world, but to go back and kind of fuck up your own story is just really bad writing. Like I don't think he's a good writer. Because, like, how do you do that? Like, how can you formulate a story and then go, I'm going to make prequels, but I'm going to change everything that I wrote before?
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense, damn it. That being said, I still think the prequels are better than the new ones.
I agree.
And that's saying something. I don't know, 7's a really good movie. 7
was alright.
Yeah, I think 7 is the best of the new trilogy, but
Which one's that one?
The Force Awakens.
Wow, I said that
weird.
one. With Emo Boy Ren.
Yeah, Emo Boy Ren and Mary Sue Ray.
Oh. But I will say I liked Kylo's character to an extent because it shows like he's still young and he's still very just like unhinged.
They did him dirty in 9.
Oh yeah,
they did him so dirty.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember. Hold on.
I don't think you've seen 9.
9?
Yeah.
Which one's 9?
I will say though, I think
Why are there so
my
many?
favorite. There's like 13 movies. The one thing that I do give credit to the new trilogy is one, the aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really fucking happy because one of the other things I hate about the prequels was that the prequels looked more futuristic than 4 through 6.
Are you talking about the one with this chick that everybody
Rey,
likes?
yes.
No, I saw it. I don't remember it. It's the one where they all die at the end, right?
No, that's Rogue One.
Which one's this one?
Force Awakens is with Rey.
She's looking at the
And
Rise of
Finn.
Skywalker. She's looking at the last one.
Hold on, I'm confused. Okay, because I know I saw the last 2 that came out.
So you watched the 8 and 9.
Yeah.
You watched The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker.
Yes, I've seen those 2.
Okay.
So who is the one in 8?
Kylo Ren and Rey are the main characters in 8, as well as Finn, because they they do that stupid heist planet thing.
So then is 8 technically supposed to be after 9?
No.
I thought everybody died!
No,
Hold on. Who dies? So there is this
there's a
one.
lot of people that die.
Rogue One, everybody dies.
Yes, that happens before 4.
Yeah.
And Rey is in it.
No!
Who is
not.
that?
Okay, where are you getting confused? Now I'm a little confused.
Because I thought
Rogue One. Rey does not exist in Rogue One.
Okay, that's all
Yeah.
I need to know. I don't
Yeah, she
remember
doesn't
who the
exist.
actress was or what character she was.
No one
playing. I
does,
just
because
remember
everyone
she
died in
dies.
Rogue One, and Rogue One didn't need to be made. The only reason to watch Rogue One is literally the last 5 minutes where Vader comes out.
Okay. No, gotcha.
Yeah, pretty fucking much.
Well, like, as I was telling B, I'm like, Rogue One was only made off of 2 of the very first lines from the scroll of Star Wars Episode 4.
Yeah.
Because all it says is a rebel squadron took the
I thought
plans.
it was like bumped and like what is it, Beth and whatever the fuck those like little creatures are, spies.
Huh? No. All it says is a group of rogue,
Oh, okay.
rogue something. Hold on,
Yeah.
I can pull up the scroll real quick. That way I can actually not paraphrase.
All right. Well, now I get it.
Well, you still didn't answer. What's been your favorite one?
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. When even though it was absolutely awful, sometimes a cheesy movie is really enjoyable. It just made me laugh throughout, right? So I like the one where the third one really made me laugh.
Episode 3.
Yeah, Anakin. Like, I'm really bothered that she went from like a completely sane, like logical person to like this helpless fool, pregnant fool.
Like rebel spies.
Yeah, so it says, rebel spaceships striking from a hidden base have won their first victory against the evil Galactic Empire. During the battle, rebel spies managed to steal secret plans to the Empire's ultimate weapon, the Death Star.
Yep.
That's
Death
it. That's
Star.
all you fucking needed, and Disney went, let's make a movie out of it. It's just, I don't know, it's weird because, you know, we talk about a lot about movies on this podcast, and I feel like a lot of modern movies no longer have ambiguity to them. Like,
Yeah.
this is enough information to give you to start the story to just, you know,
Yeah.
keep going. There was no, like, I feel like Rogue One is like the first 5 minutes to the new Jurassic World movie that didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
Because you already told me, like, they stole the plans. Boom, gone. I don't need a 2.5 hour movie explaining all these characters that are going to die.
Yeah, they're never brought up again.
Exactly!
So what was their point?
Exactly! Like, I think it'd be different if, like, in the future stories, like, the character or their actions had a far more important role to play. But it didn't. Yeah, like, they didn't. Like, if they went, you know, on, in episode 4, if they were at the Rebel base and they're like, due to so-and-so sacrifice, now we have this, right? It was never implied like that. It was just, we received these plans. Go attack the Death Star.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I don't know. It's just Star Wars. We love to hate it.
I will still love the expanded universe. I don't care what anybody says.
I agree. EU is awesome. EU is fantastic. There's so many fantastic stories in the extended universe of Star Wars.
Yeah, I think that's why I kind of like have like a somewhat loving like.
You have a hard on for the Commandos.
All right, listen here, motherfucker. More specifically, Omega Squad. So no one knows what that is. You got to read the books.
You're not a big enough nerd. You're wearing the perfect shirt today, by the way. I know you guys can't see it, but he's wearing a Star Wars shirt.
It's great. Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, we can go on and on about this of the fact of like the whole thing of like who would win in a all out like skirmish, stormtroopers or clones? I'm gonna say clones because they have literally been bred for battle.
Well, not only that, but they're all literal clones of Jango, who already has military. Well, not military, but he's already a well-versed assassin.
Yep.
As opposed to the Imperial troopers, who are a mix of the clones and new recruits.
The only known legion that still had their all clones was Vader's Fist, i.e. the 501st.
Yep.
Only one in existence. Because of all anyways, we'll move on for that before I turn into like this very before this turns into a passionate like fucking speech. Just move on.
I mean, we can talk about Star Wars all day.
Yeah, we can.
Easily.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite droid so far?
Droid?
Yeah.
I don't know. I like 3PO and R2.
Dude, 3PO was such a dick.
He's so mean to the little one, and I'm like, why?
Because
it's weird because those roles were reversed in the prequels. Like R2's a fucking asshole in the prequels.
Yeah.
But then in 4 through 6, like C-3PO is just a sarcastic douchebag.
He's getting back at him. I do think it's cute though. Every time like R2 is gonna go battle or whatever, and 3PO always calls him his counterpart. And he's like, "Please be careful, please be back." I'm like, "Oh,
R2." Yeah, I think I feel really bad because they did R4 dirty.
Yeah, they did.
In episode 3.
They did R4 so fucking dirty.
R4 is probably one of my favorite droids. And for those who don't know, R4 is Obi-Wan Kenobi's main droid that he uses in the prequels.
Yep.
Holy fuck, they just straight out just kill him. And then Obi-Wan's like, oh no, that sucks.
why do they hate droids so much? They like have zero care for them.
It's so sad.
If you're not gonna be a main character, fuck you.
Yeah. Or if you are going to be a main character, let's write you into a series that doesn't exist, just so that we can have you come into after the main storyline, Ahsoka.
I thought you liked her.
I like adult Ahsoka now, but I still don't understand why her character needed to be there. She's never referenced in 3, ever, at all.
I know.
Because I think the reason why I have a problem with
would she have been referenced in 3? Because I thought it was after he becomes.
No,
Vader.
so here's the problem. Here's the reason why I have a problem with the way that they brought Ahsoka in. Again, I like Ahsoka as a character, but it just doesn't really make sense based on the storytelling. Yeah. In episode 3, the whole reason why Anakin's pissed off is because he is a Jedi Knight, but wants to be part of the Jedi Council. Right?
Yeah.
It is never implicated that he is able to have a Padawan.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a Jedi Knight, but the Jedi Council has to approve who is going to be a Padawan.
Right.
Not in a single line in Episode 3 do they talk about Ahsoka or him having Padawan.
I thought he took her on after he became Vader.
No, so the thing is...
It happened during the Clone Wars.
It happened in this movie specifically, that's when they brought her in, the Clone Wars movie, the animated one.
Yeah.
They brought her in because, Jabba's son is out there in the distance. Like, I'm over here thinking, one less Hutt to worry about.
Damn right, the Hutts suck.
You can say, though, he was already doing things that a Jedi shouldn't be doing,
right.
Having a wife and impregnating her. But, he could have had one without their knowledge. He could have had.
Nope.
No.
Because in the show, everyone definitely knows who Ahsoka is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everyone knows who Ahsoka is. Obi-Wan knows who Ahsoka is.
Yep.
So
Well-
it's just weird to me because like my brain just like I think for me as a storyteller, it's hard for me to suspend that disbelief because you already have these characters in this world saying certain things and acting a certain way.
I mean, does it even matter at this point? I mean, none of the stories match up. None of them make sense anyway.
You
So
have a
does
point.
it really matter?
You have a point.
No point.
Finally watched the Book of Boba Fett though.
You did the whole thing?
I liked it.
I liked it. Like I said, the last 2 episodes just feel like it's a season 3 teaser for Mando.
Yeah, I mean it definitely is, but I'm not mad about it.
I'm not, but it's just like when you think of Book of Boba Fett, I just think of Boba.
Yeah, but Mando definitely had a huge part to play.
Oh yeah, no,
for
100%. Yeah.
So
No, I agree with that, but it's just like it just towards the end of it.
I'm mad that they killed off a character.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're
Like,
talking about. Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Which one?
The
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler alert. The sheriff.
Yeah, sure.
Hold on, no, it's never been confirmed because in the background you can hear them saying, "Is he breathing? Is he okay? Is he gonna be okay?" Like, so they never say he's dead. They
I don't know.
no one ever confirms.
It's ambiguous.
All they said
Very
was
ambiguous.
all they said was they shot him or they shot the shit.
Though
I'm
my
not gonna lie, I lost my shit when Cobb fucking showed. I was like, no fucking way. He was like, who is he? I'm like, it's Boba Fett's rival.
The one thing I kind of wish they would have touched up on, I think this is just me with the EU thing, with him going after IG-88.
It would have been fun, but I don't think there's enough time.
There's enough time for that.
Yeah.
But it would have been cool, at least, or like have like his head somewhere in the background, you know?
So we're talking about. Remember in episode 5 when Vader's kind of like talking to the bounty hunters and being like, "I need you to go hunt this person down."
Yeah.
There's a black droid that stands right next to Boba Fett. That's IE-88.
Who's he?
He's a android bounty hunter.
I bet. Okay, so what is it like his arch nemesis?
No.
It's just more so. It's just like they had to work together under the currents of the Empire, and then once that was finished, I think Boba either had I don't know if it was a vengeance or just a contract to like go after this guy. It's like, cool.
Yeah. It's
There's
weird
a
because
lot
like
going on.
there's a
Star Wars.
lot. There's so much going on.
Oh god, it was so cool
It's
though.
far too much.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's why I kind of like
I like seeing.
I'm a huge EU fan, right? There's so many different stories, but I am genuinely happy that like with the Mandalorian, it's a new character. It feels like an EU story,
Yeah, it does.
and that's why I like it.
Yeah.
John Favreau, love you.
So good.
I want to see what they're gonna do with Mando because I have this weird feeling based on Grogu that
Grogu.
they might have Mando touch into the Force a lot because in the Book of Boba Fett, the Mandalorians fucking disown his ass because of the
they
whole
did.
helmet thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like he has to find like his place. He already has the Darksaber. I feel like they're gonna touch on Grogu teaching him
A little bit, yeah.
like the Force a little bit.
Hold on. I thought because one of the reasons why you hated the sequel so much is because of the whole being a Jedi, like within you, whatever is in there.
The fucking Mandalorian or the
Midichlorians?
Yes. So
Stupid shit.
how would that be possible? I thought being a Jedi was something that was within.
Okay, here's how we kind of like do it. If you disregard the midichlorian bullshit, all right,
Yes.
the Force is basically saying it's all around you and it can be within you. It's just a matter of
Right,
how you
which
attune
Which is
to it.
what Obi-Wan says in the first fucking movie.
So what? Then anyone can be a Jedi?
Yes,
Yeah.
because the Jedi is just this all-natural force. It's all around us. It is just a thing that exists.
Okay, so then you're suspecting they're gonna ignore the sequel.
Yes,
the
because
prequels.
John
Sorry,
Favreau
the
is
prequels.
smart, and I think he's going to use it to make very good stories.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. A good example: the Bindu in fucking Rebels.
Oh, yeah.
He's not in light. He's not dark. He's just there.
That's kind of what Ahsoka is, though. I mean, like, that's what they're making her.
They're trying to make her to be, yeah.
Because, like, she's, like, even with the fucking Mandalorian bullshit, like, with her and Luke, it's like, hi, Luke, I'm here. And he's like, are you going to help? She's like, nope. Bye.
I will say, though,
like, why are you here?
I think that Luke's face in Mando was better than in the Book of Boba Fett.
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like there's some places where it was still kind of off.
It definitely was,
the upper
but
lip. It's
yeah.
the fucking upper
but
lip.
here's the reason why, though, because in the Book of Boba Fett, he has far more screen time.
It's true.
So there are far more different angles that you have to see, and that's where you go like, ugh, this doesn't look right. Whereas in the Mando finale, it's literally just
front.
like, yeah, and then he walks away.
Yeah.
I think it looked fantastic.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was just the angles, like, ooh.
Yeah. Loved the puppet work. I don't get why they didn't use a puppet in 1 through 3, by the way.
Yeah. It would have looked way better. It would have looked fucking way better for Yoda.
For Yoda!
He was just a CG.
In the originals, he was a fucking puppet before he fucking was revised.
I know! In episode 1, the original release of episode 1, he was a fucking puppet.
He was a crackhead.
He was a puppet. And then George Lucas did his George Lucas thing and was like, CG everything.
Fucking idiot.
I'll find
It
like
looked bad. I hate the way Yoda looked. I really do. I don't even like Yoda. Yoda is a useless character.
He is a useless character.
He is fucking useless. He doesn't do anything.
He's this almighty being who just sits on the council and does nothing until the fight with Sidious and then gets his ass kicked.
That's the puppet for episode 1.
Yeah.
That was the puppet.
It looked better, though.
It did.
It looked so much better than the CG bullshit.
Yeah.
I hate him. Okay, he's the worst character, I think. Yoda is the worst character, in my opinion. He sucks.
I think he's the most underutilized character.
Underutilized.
I mean, I hated him because whenever, like you said, he got his ass kicked, right? He just bails.
Yeah.
He just fucking leaves. He doesn't help anybody. And he hides out on the planet for how long?
19 years?
Roughly, yeah, 19, 20 years.
Doing fucking what?
He's living in exile.
Yeah, he exiled himself. He's like, I can't do this anymore. And then Luke comes out of nowhere and is like, oh, I must be this. Fucking.
God, like, what the hell?
Yeah. But we're coming up on a break right now, so we'll be back in a few with more of the podcast. Be sure to check out the official Bluhdhaven t-shirt by going to www.bluhdhaven.com/store. All right, and welcome back. I guess this could be a Star Wars podcast today.
No.
Well, a little side topic. Well, before we continue with that, I want to give a little side thing. AMC is doing a show of Interview with the Vampire.
Are they really?
I saw a thing and I was like, this doesn't seem real. And I saw on the AMC official YouTube, they're making Interview with the Vampire a TV show.
But does it have to be done?
No, it doesn't. No. The problem is that all major studios... Here's the problem. A lot of major studios are running out of, 1, ideas, but 2, they want to make sure that they maintain their IPs. So, like, that's why Fox did Lethal Weapon, MacGyver, and there was another show, I can't remember what they called. But it's essentially just so the studios can maintain the property. Mm-hmm. Because since it's been so long, there's a certain point with certain IPs that will lapse and go into a certain domain where people can start using them. But if the studio's smart, then they'll reiterate and do something like this. I don't know how I feel about it, because I don't feel like an Interview with the Vampire needed to be a story that was elongated.
Yeah.
From Dusk Till Dawn is another show that they made.
I haven't watched it. I don't think I want to.
It's just, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, because it's like, we already have it. Is there a reason why it needs to be remade?
Oh, we'll see.
And it also, if it's not, then are you just using the name to get views, and then you're going to be like, well, we're going to try something different? That's kind of out of the aspect of it,
yeah.
But...
I mean, they mentioned Lestat, so I mean...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what is it going to be? Like a... Well, I've never seen it.
You never seen Interview with the Vampire?
I think you'd like it.
It's supposed to be
so in the movie, it talks about Louis becoming a vampire in like the 1700s. And he's telling a story in modern day, I think it was New York. Talking about how he meets this dude named Lestat, tells me, I'll give you the choice that I didn't have, turns him into a vampire, and they basically go through the majority of the years as like a weird fucking power couple. I'm calling them a power couple. I don't
Yeah, I mean, no, that's fair.
Louis questions his morality of all things. Fucking Lestat doesn't give a shit. He's just like a sadistic killer, and just like I enjoy this. So,
Honestly, think of it like a book version of Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah.
Of like these individuals who are living a life, but they're vampires.
Right.
Like that's honestly the best way that I can try to describe the story without giving away the story.
Well, what's the show supposed to be
He just mentions about Lestat and New Orleans. It doesn't show much.
I guarantee you what they're going to do is they're going to expand on their relationship in the show. I guarantee you that's what it's going to be about. Like, it's going to be like all the nuances and stuff that you didn't see in the movie that didn't need to be explained, and they're going to explain it.
You seem so certain.
Well, because, I mean, like, it's supposed to be the 1930s, right?
1800s or something.
Okay, so... Yeah, so if it's in the 1800s, I mean, it's going to be a time, what do they call it? Timepiece?
Yeah.
So they're just going to explore Lestat
probably, yeah.
If anything,
my guess is they'll probably just show, like, Lestat up to the starting of Interview with the Vampire, I'm going to assume. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But I enjoy Queen of the Damned for a lot of different reasons.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. I think... I'm just tired of seeing the same stories or like stories. I want there to be new, exciting stories. I don't want to have past stories explained to me to fit into a different story.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
To fit the narrative.
Yeah, like I just want a new story. Ghostbusters. That was a good new story. That's a good example that I can throw right here. Ghostbusters Afterlife.
That was such a good movie.
They had aspects of the past, but it was a new story.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking like that. Give me more of that. Give me a new Power Rangers movie. I don't care. Like, still waiting on that sequel. God damn it!
How long have you been holding that one in?
Since the movie came out. That movie was really good. I'm not sure if you guys saw it.
I don't think I've seen it.
It was good. The guy that they got to play, not Adam. What's his name? What was the original Red Ranger's name?
I almost said Tommy.
No. Tommy's the White Ranger. Well, technically the Green Ranger.
I don't remember.
What the hell's Jason? Jason, that's his name. The guy that they got to play Jason played a good dick.
Oh, you're talking about I think the most recent Power Rangers movie.
Yeah, the newest one. It came out like 2007.
That one, yeah. That one. Okay, now I remember watching it. Yeah.
Or Goldar was literally just a giant thing of gold.
Yeah,
it's actually pretty cool. Mm-hmm. I like Power Rangers. Fuck you guys.
No, I enjoyed it.
I haven't seen the newest season though. I think the newest season is going to be their last. Like, it's going to be like their final hoorah.
Yeah. Power Rangers is still going on?
Yeah, it's like 25 years old.
It's based off of the Super Ketai, like, Japanese show, so...
29th season? 30th anniversary.
Yep.
Power Rangers.
Hold on, here we go. Hold on. Power Rangers 30th anniversary season, David Yost is set to return. What?
Oh!
God.
So, those who don't know, David Yost was the original Blue Ranger. There was a huge controversy with him because he was a gay actor, and on set, like, I guess the directors and everything were like really, really shitty to him. So in season 2, when it became Power Rangers Neo Rangers, he was essentially sidelined as a character, and then he ended up leaving. So he hasn't been a part of Power Rangers for years.
Wow.
So it's interesting that he's going to be coming back. Power Rangers season 30.
What?
Will premiere on Netflix on a yet-to-be-announced date in 2023. It's just going to be called Power Rangers.
So...
Look, that's the official image.
Oh, that's cool.
So with every season, are the Power Rangers new people every time? Like, in the show? Like, are the characters
yes. But before, no. So...
It was always the same ones?
There was a continuity thing where... Because I stopped watching it after... this happened. So between Power Rangers and Power Rangers in Space, every single season...
Stop. Just stop explaining.
Every single season up to Power Rangers in Space, they had new people come in and take over the mantle, but there were still other characters that were part of the original. So, I think in like season 4 is when the original cast finally was like not part of them, but the storyline was consecutive. So like you understood like who was who and why certain people were gone. And it sucked because the original Yellow Ranger, she actually died in a car accident when she went back home to visit her parents. And so because of that, the original Black Ranger, Zach, also pulled out of the show. So in the series, they like only show the back of their heads because they did like body doubles. And they're like, hey guys, we're actually going to be going to Europe to go study abroad because, you know, that's something that we want to do. Took them out, and then we got Johnny Young Bosch and Tanya as the new Black and Yellow Rangers.
That's interesting.
I gotta say, it's a little weird because they did a whole flip because the Japanese actress played the Yellow Ranger and the black guy played the Black Power Ranger. But when they brought in new cast members, they had Johnny Young Bosch play the Black Ranger, and then the girl named Tanya play the Yellow Ranger. So it's like they did a flip.
180.
Is that a bad thing?
No, it's just weird.
It's just very just like,
Well, maybe they realized what they were doing, and they're like, maybe we shouldn't do it this way. And
So they just flipped it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can go on about Power Rangers too. I fucking love Power Rangers. But yeah, so like periodically throughout each season, like someone like left either because they were getting too old. Because the whole thing is like they're teenagers with attitude, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So like they had to get new people come in and out. And there's certain ones that I fucking hated. Because then there was Power Rangers Turbo, which was cool. It's all about cars. Vroom vroom.
There's even
They made a movie.
Yeah, they did.
But yeah, so once they got to space and after space ended, they like went into the future or something because there was like
What?
Jungle Fury or some shit like that. So like the Power Rangers turned into like these clawed animals. That's where I stopped watching.
You should have stopped at the space one.
There's even a police one too.
What?
There's SPD and what is the police one called? Rescue Rangers?
Rescue Rangers, I think. Let me find
Yeah,
out.
Power Rangers Rescue, I think, is what it's called. And it was all about like firefighters, policemen, like
Rescue Force.
Rescue Force. That's what it was. That one was okay. Like, I kept up with the Power Rangers franchise throughout the years. I liked Dino Thunder. Dino Thunder was really good.
Oh yeah.
Because Dino Thunder, dude, you know the Red Ranger and Ninja Storm.
Mhm.
You know he fucking murdered his wife and then killed himself.
What the fuck?
What?
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. Look it up.
I don't-
Ninja Storm.
Wow.
Red Ranger.
Let me see this.
It's fucking wild. I because like maybe a month or two ago, I was like, what are these actors doing nowadays?
He didn't like being a Power Ranger.
I read that and I was like, what the fuck? Ninja Storm was okay. It was a little weird,
Dude,
but
that's crazy.
yeah. The one that I did not like at all was one called Mystic Force, and it was weird because they turned into Power Rangers, but then they had like staffs because of magic
Yeah.
or something.
I mean, is that really weird? They're turning into Power Rangers, period.
I mean, yeah, but like,
But what, babe?
I don't know. Like, it was just
But
weird
what?
that they all had staffs. Like, I was like, you guys don't really have like, you guys are part of the morphing grid, but it's not like.
I mean, it's pretty weird that they just changed into Power Rangers.
Hey, no, the original Power Rangers had the morpher plus their morphing coin. Okay, it made sense.
None of this is helping.
No,
None of it
I don't
helps your
think it's the
case.
Red Ranger.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Pua Magasiva?
Yeah.
It's Red Ranger is a spinoff. He was also known in New Zealand's Maris Vinny on the medical drama Shortland Street. Margie also departed from Flopper Radio.
You're right. He didn't murder his wife, but he did commit suicide.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he attacked her, is what it was.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking wild, dude.
Survivors include his wife, Liz Sadler, 7-year-old daughter Jasmine, his brother Robbie Magavisa. This was 2019.
Yeah, it was recent. That's what I was like, holy fuck. Check on your Power Ranger people, friends.
Just check on your friends in general, man. Like,
please, dude. Because, like, when I go off grid, I go off grid.
yeah, so I was making sure I was checking up on you every now and then. Even though you said you didn't feel good, I was like, I want to make sure you're okay.
Appreciate that. You're the only one who did. No, I'm joking.
What?
Nah, B was around me. She's
What are you
good.
about?
Babe, what was one of your favorite kid shows growing up? Since you want to diss on Power Rangers so much.
I'd rather not say.
Why
I mean,
not?
I
Huh?
liked-
Why?
I
Why?
liked a
Huh? Tell
lot.
us. Huh?
I liked a lot of shows.
Yeah, like what?
I loved Powerpuff Girls. I loved Sailor Moon. I loved Cardcaptor.
Oh, the secure one? The
Yeah.
one about, like, the... I'm not going to talk
The
about
cards.
that. It's weird.
They're just about cards.
I wouldn't say just about card. The whole underlining plot in that show is
Okay.
weird.
Remember, this was almost 30 fucking years ago, and it's
Just
in
saying it's weird.
Japan. Okay, their view on these kinds of things is different.
I'm not dissing that. I'm
Okay.
just saying it's
I'm
just
just-
a little weird.
It is really weird. It is. And when I was rewatching it, I mean, as a kid, I never noticed, but when I was rewatching it, like, there's a lot of, like, incest. Not necessarily incest, but it's a little bit incestuous. And a lot of, adult men getting engaged to 12-year-olds. I don't know. It's fucking weird.
But it's a good show. She assures you.
I didn't say it was a good show. I never said it was a good show. It's just a childhood show that I've been rewatching, and I'm realizing how fucking weird it was.
All right, so those are those three. What else? What else was a show that you enjoyed?
Marsupilami or whatever.
What the fuck is that?
Did you never watch it?
Marsupilami. Is that a cable show? If it's a fucking
Oh,
cable show, I'm gonna yell at you because you
It
know
was
I didn't have cable.
Marsupilami?
Marsupials?
Yeah, it was about a marsupial.
Marsupilami, yeah, it's a comic book character and
Marsupilami.
fictional species on Andre Franklin.
Yeah, so it was a marsupial. He just kind of caused trouble in the forests. That was
What?
it.
Listen, I've never
Alright,
in my
hold
life
on,
seen
let's
this
see this.
before.
I'm like, Marsupilami, the often off-the-wall, nonsensical antics of an animated creature with an enormously long tail in his life in the jungle.
What was this broadcasted on?
Toon Disney, I think.
It's a fucking cable television show.
So, yeah.
There was also, God, I can't remember the name of the show, and it drives me nuts. But it was about, the cartoon characters were animals,
Okay.
and it was a bear, and he was a pilot. And I cannot for the life of me remember the name of the show.
Pilot.
Yeah.
It was a
Do
cartoon?
you know?
I may. Is that all you have to go on?
Are you sure it was a
Really?
bear?
I think that was also Toon Disney.
You're talking about Tailspin.
Tailspin.
It was fucking Baloo. Baloo
Yes,
was the...
yes, yeah, Tailspin. I loved that show. It was such a fun show.
I saw Tailspin whenever I would go to my Nana's house because my Nana had cable. That was the only time I was able to watch, like, Fairly Odd Parents or anything like that.
That show, and of course, Courage the Cowardly Dog. That was
I
a
love
bunch.
Courage.
Courage is
It's
cowardly.
a creepy fucking show, man. It's
Dude.
great.
I loved when they would like touch on the subject about his parents and how Muriel found him. It always made me
That was-
tear up.
Muriel?
Yeah, it always made me tear up.
I love his computer because it was a sarcastic bastard every time I want to look for shit.
Oh, yeah. It's a weird show. I gotta be
It is.
honest.
There was this one episode in particular where everyone is conspiracy theory that I believe it was true. You remember the one about the cat and the bunny? And the bunny was taken hostage by her dog boyfriend, and the cat was trying to save her because they're quote unquote best friends. Bitch, please. They were lovers.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. That's like some.
Yeah. It was good.
I don't know. I don't think I like Courage the Cowardly Dog.
It wasn't meant for everybody.
I don't know. It's just... I like weird shit. You know, like...
That was just weird.
I like weird shit. But that was like... Just...
That is weird shit.
Well, no, but it's just like...
It's a different kind of weird to what you like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's like needlessly weird. Where like the weird stuff that I like is like...
Return the slab.
You like a.
What's your offer?
You like weirdness with like a, but it's necessary kind of thing, or.
Like stuff that like makes sense as to the reason why it's weird.
Yeah.
Whereas like that's just weird just to be weird.
It was a show without a plot. Like it was.
It really
just a
was.
day-
Yeah, and
It
I
was
think
just
that's
a day in the
why
life of weird shit happening, and there was nothing tying it in. There was no like.
I think that's why I didn't like it.
I enjoyed it because I think towards the end of the show they did kind of try to make it into something whenever they would touch on Courage's parents.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah.
There will always be 2 episodes of Courage the Cowardly Dog that will forever make me fucking like terrified or just freak the fuck out. And it's the barbershop dude.
Oh.
Just makes me feel naughty. I'm like,
I
you
love that
fucking
one.
make me
I
feel
like him.
icky.
He's a cool character.
No, he is. But I'm like, ugh, I need a shower.
He was so creepy.
And the where like they go to the city and like Courage has to like deal with his package and you see weird shit as he goes up this fucking like apartment complex. It was fucking weird.
I love it. It was a good show.
I don't know.
Oh, Kaboom!
Kaboom!
I loved that show. There is this one particular.
What was the scuba guy's name?
I don't know.
Oh my
Really.
god! I gotta look up the
There's this one
characters.
particular episode about like someone's toe, like had fallen off, or someone stole it, and they were trying to get it back. But that episode always made me feel so uncomfortable.
Hold on. So the action figures.
Kaboom!
Kaboom!
Kablam, you mean?
Oh, Kablam! That's what's called. Kablam.
Stinky Diver.
That's his name. Stinky Diver.
A former Navy commander
Navy
whose
commander.
attitude as bad as his odor.
The Flesh.
The Flesh.
Thunder Girl.
Oh,
Milkman.
Meltman. Oh man. Yeah.
That was a weird fucking show, but it was great.
Action League Now.
Oh, Prometheus and Bob.
Prometheus and Bob. I love those things.
And then there was this weird little loopy girl. Her name was Loopy. She had like the teal pigtails and the pink little dress. That was the episode of like something about a weird toe. It made me so uncomfortable. Oh my gosh, that was a good show.
Man, it was on for 4 seasons.
God damn.
Nope. Yeah, it was on for 4 seasons.
Wow. It was a good show.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, Kablam was essentially a stop motion series on Nickelodeon.
It was just like a bunch of skits.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Essentially, yeah.
And they're just little action figures just doing shit. It was the best. I remember when the Flesh fell into the toilet and he couldn't get out.
That was always great.
That was a good show.
See, I want more shows like that where it's just like it's silly skit humor. I don't feel like there's a lot of stuff like that anymore.
Like that anymore.
Like, I feel like that's the reason why SNL is so successful, because they still have their skits.
Yeah.
Like, that's their, like, whole shtick.
The skits.
Yeah. I want to do skits. I haven't
I
done
remember when
skit
Cartoon
comedy
Network
before.
used to do skits too. It was like that was like part of their commercials sometimes.
Yeah, I
Like
remember
little
that.
skits. They were cool.
Cartoon Network was fun for a while.
It was.
And
They
now it's
always
just
had-
bubbly cartoons now.
They always had Tsunami.
Toonami.
Tsunami. Was it Tsunami?
Yeah, it was Toonami, because that's where Powerpuff Girls, Dragon Ball Z, and Yu Yu Hakusho.
No, there was always like this segment at night.
Adult Swim?
No. It was called Tsunami.
It's not called
yeah,
Toonami.
no, it's Tsunami.
Yeah, I know it's called Toonami. Because he had Tom, who was in charge of it.
Tom went to like so many different like variations.
I don't like the last one. The last one, like the last
Where it
update
shows,
that they
where it
did.
shows like his face, right?
Well, yeah, it's like his face, but then like he has like weird spaghetti arms. And yeah, it was just really weird.
Little robot dude.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about him.
I remember those commercials very vividly.
And then they like replaced Toonami with like this like girl who like looks like she like lives in like a like somewhere off in like the ocean. She has like this weird
You're
green character.
fucking right.
Weird green character has like speakers for ears.
Yeah.
I can't remember the actual thing of it, but I could see it right fucking
I remember
now.
that because they did that for one season and everyone was pissed off, so then they brought back Tom.
No, yeah,
Because that was the thing where it was like, Toonami's coming back. Because
Wow.
no one liked it. Everyone was really mad about it. Because like,
I don't remember. the
for those who
movie
don't know,
character.
Toonami actually had a story.
Yeah, it did. It really had a fucking story.
So like,
Tsunami.
yeah, there's like a whole thing. You can check it out. I think it's like 30 minutes long of like all the seasons, but like you get to see the different things that Tom did throughout the years. Because like there's a whole thing about like his ship being in part of the galactic something blah blah blah. It's a whole thing. Go check it out. Toonami.
I'll find it right now, but yeah, it was great.
Let's see what you're talking about.
I like Toonami because because of Toonami was the reason why I was able to watch like Inuyasha,
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop. Actually, no, I think Cowboy Bebop was on Adult Swim.
It was on Adult Swim.
Yeah, it was too adult for you children.
Yeah, but like Yu Yu Hakusho, Rurouni. I know Rurouni Kenshin was on there.
No. That's the fucking different.
No, that's his AI.
Yeah.
Because there was an AI that came in for a little while.
Yeah. Being a kid was fun.
Yeah. But now kids today have all the cool fucking toys.
Yeah, they
I'm
do.
so mad.
Yeah, they have all the cool shit. I don't understand.
They have the better clothes, the better
Yeah.
toys.
I went to Mario's house the other day, and so they got their kids this really like princess breakfast type of thing, right? And I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, if I got that as a kid, right, the breakfast would have been like a little plastic bowl that had a sticker on top that had like bacon, eggs, and whatever, right?
Yep.
No, this was a full-on like platter. She took off the fucking cloche. The cloche is like a little dome thing for food, and individual bacon strips, individual eggs, a fucking pancake, and maple syrup. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, this is the coolest kids' breakfast I've ever seen.
It's really not fair, man.
I mean, now that we're old, like, we can buy toys, but, like,
Why?
they're fucking expensive.
They are.
Yeah, they are.
Well, maybe that's why it was so cheap back then.
Well, yeah, that's true. Because, like, I have a lot of cousins, and, like, whenever we go to their parties and stuff, we try to buy them, you know, a type of present. But, fucking hell,
Toys are
they're expensive.
Even back then, my mom, like, never bought us Barbies too often just because how expensive they were.
Yeah, I always appreciated when my mom bought me something new, because a lot of times I'll just, like, play with my uncle's stuff. Because it was cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of hand-me-downs.
Yeah. Who did you get a hand-me-down from?
We got them from my dad's. I really don't know who she is, but the one I call grandmother, but she's not my grandmother. But she is. Her kids, when they got older, they gave us their toys.
Ah, okay. What was your favorite toy growing up?
Anything that was a weapon.
Okay.
Help.
Like the plastic toy guns, you fuck. Like the ones I remember I liked a lot were like, because they were kind of starting out, was like shell ejection weapons.
Shell injection.
Ejection. So like you had like a plastic shotgun, when you pump it, it actually would shoot a shell at.
Ooh, what?
That's kind of cool.
And that had one for rifles as well. And then there was also other ones where like, I actually have it in my room. Don't judge me on this one. It's like a little small like play rifle, but it has like you kind of, it's like an M1 Garand. You open the thing, you actually put like the magazine in, and you can press
you like
a button.
push it down?
Yeah, and you can press a button for it to make it go come out.
Oh, that's kind of cool. What about you, B?
My favorite. It was this little fairy thing that would fly. So she ejected.
Would you pull it?
Would spin. Let me fucking find it. It was so fucking cool.
Yeah, I think I've seen those before. It's just like,
Spinning.
I think of the Vine thing.
Do you pull it? And then like just like...
Here, look. It looks like people Google this shit a lot. Yeah, it was these.
Oh, I always
so
saw
cool.
those. I always saw commercials for those, but...
Those were my favorite, but like a dumbass for some reason. So my sisters and I loved filling up like the bathroom sink and playing with our toys in the water.
Making them swim?
Yeah, I don't know. I put one of them in, and their wings were like this foam material, so I fucked it up.
Oh.
Yeah. But
That's sad.
Yeah, I know. But it was fun. That was my favorite.
My favorite was... So, one Christmas, for a big present, my dad bought me the Power Rangers Turbo... bringing it back to Power Rangers.
Ooh.
Power Rangers Turbo
Circling.
Megazord.
Ooh.
And with that came all of their weapons that they had. And it was the first time that you could connect all the weapons and make one giant one. So, that was my favorite one.
Nerds.
That's fucking
Hey, we just had cool stuff, okay?
Yeah, we did.
Mine could fly and it was practical.
Whatever.
But we're coming up to the end of the podcast here. So does everyone have viewing recommendations for this week?
I would suggest Warhorse.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's a really good. It's a good movie.
It's a Spielberg film, is it?
Yeah, Spielberg film.
It's about a horsey.
Yeah.
Oh, does he die at the end? Don't tell me.
Why did you ask? Oh my god.
Because this kind of movies make me sad.
It has some sad moments, obviously, but it's a good movie. Yeah.
Let me know after the podcast if it
Oh,
does.
yeah.
Let me prepare myself.
Emotionally scarred. What about you, babe? What you got?
I don't know. Matilda, because we just watched it. I love it. I think it's fun, and Danny DeVito is just really funny.
He really is. Did not realize that he directed that movie.
I didn't either.
I didn't either. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was taking it back. I was like, all right.
Miss Trench Balls. Miss Honey. Oh my god, I love that movie. You guys gotta watch
You were quoting it so much.
Much too good for children when she's eating the chocolates.
Matilda is a good film.
It is.
What's my viewing recommendation for this week?
I just want to say real quick, too, with Matilda. So nowadays, kids in movies are too fucking smart. Like, they're adult smart. And I'm like, kids are not adult smart.
Yeah.
So it's nice in Matilda that she was actually just kid smart.
Yeah, because there's a whole scene. Oh man, I can't remember exactly where it is, but she's stating something, but as a child.
Oh yeah, it's whenever Danny DeVito is like talking about the cars and how he scams people.
Yes.
And she was like, why don't you just sell good cars?
Yeah.
Like, it's such a kid smart thing. Like,
yeah,
as opposed to a kid going into this like philosophical explanation.
Like, well, Dad, if you would have just bought a real car and sold it off with blah blah blah, where it's just like why don't you sell good things?
Yeah.
That's cool. Write a child like that.
Like, stop making kids too damn smart.
Two things.
Fucking not.
2 things. Write a kid that isn't fucking annoying, and 2, kill them more often.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm just saying, we watched something recently where a kid died, and I was like, Pirates of the Caribbean 3.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that's a great way to introduce a movie. Pirates fucking hang a child. Booyah.
Well, the pirates didn't hang the child.
You're right, the English did.
Yes. Those bastards, the British.
It wasn't even the British, it was fucking, what's his name?
Beckett.
Lord Beckett, because he has a power trip. Actually, go watch that. Go watch the Pirates of the Caribbean films, only the first 3.
Yeah, no.
Because 4 and 5 are just... they're rough. We, skimmed 4 and 5. Oof. Oof.
I never watched 5, and then I finally did. I think it was last year, and oh my god.
I think my problem with 5 is they shouldn't have even brought in Jack or Barbossa. I think it would have been a fucking great movie if it was just about Will's kid and Barbossa's kid.
I think we were talking about it in the cartoon. I thought it would have been good if Elizabeth were there, because I mean,
yeah,
the whole reason he went out was to break this curse. So I would imagine that the mother, the wife, would want to tag along.
The Pirate King.
Yes, would want to tag along to try to save her cursed husband.
Yeah.
So I thought that would have been more interesting.
Yeah, I think, and I'm not shitting on Johnny Depp or anything. I felt like his character didn't need to be in 5.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's kind of the same thing. Like, I'm viewing Pirates the same way that I view Star Wars at this point. Where it's like, give me more of other characters in this world. Stop focusing, like, for Star Wars, stop focusing on the Skywalkers. Give me everything else. I think that's why Mando is doing so good.
Yeah.
It's because he's in the world, but they're not focused on Luke Skywalker. Granted, they brought him back, but, stop. But yeah, go watch Pirates of the Caribbean 1 through 3. And if you guys are into video games and you guys have an Xbox or a PC, play Sea of Thieves if you like Pirates of the Caribbean, because they have a whole Jack Sparrow adventure thing right now. It's been a lot of fun.
Cute.
You should play with me.
Nah.
Well, I tried. Well, thank you guys for watching this episode of the podcast. We will be back next week for a new episode. Don't forget to subscribe to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Don't forget to sign up to the website to keep updated with all of our stuff. And we'll see you guys next week. See ya.